Okay, wow, you guys have really outdone yourselves with this one. Dirty Doorknockers.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the name alone, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
But then we got their website.
Yeah.
And honestly, the more I read this, the more I'm like, I need to hear this band.
Right.
So they describe themselves as genre-bending rebels with a rootsy twang.
Yeah.
What does that even sound like?
Well, it's funny because when you think about the genres that they're mixing, it's like on paper you think there's no way this could work. You've got bluegrass, which is like, all about speed and storytelling, very raw.
Right, that classic, like,
acoustic sound.
Yeah, exactly, that acoustic sound. But then they bring in rockabilly. And that just seems so different.
Totally different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but rockabilly brings this like driving rhythm, that slap bass, that percussive attack, and that really gets people moving. And it's interesting because, like, thinking back to early rockabilly, a lot of those bands couldn't afford drummers.
Oh.
So the bass had to, like, do double duty.
Huh. So, okay, so we've got, like, fast-paced bluegrass, we've got this, like, rockabilly groove going on, and then they add punk.
And that's where things get really crazy. Yeah, because punk brings that energy, that raw aggression, which, in theory, you wouldn't think would work with the other two.
It seems like it.
But it's that clash that makes it interesting, right?
Right.
Like they're taking something traditional and just like turning it on its head.
Yeah, it's like they're rebelling against the traditional forms.
Exactly.
But then on their website, they say they make dance floor anthems and sing-along classics. And I'm like, how do you do both those things? Like, I'm picturing a mosh pit at a bluegrass festival.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether to be terrified or excited.
Yeah, but I think it comes down to, like, finding the common thread between these genres. Like, you think about a song like Gin and Juice by Snoop Dogg. It's got a laid-back groove. But there's a story there,
Yeah.
It's got that strong vocal melody. So you can imagine Dirty Doorknockers. Maybe they speed up the tempo. They strip back the instruments. And suddenly you've got this, like, bluegrass punk anthem.
Okay.
But it's still got that heart of the original.
So they're not just trying to be, like, weird for the sake of it. Like, they're actually trying to find these connections between the genres.
I think they're trying to find these unexpected connections, like you said.
Yeah.
And they're covering everyone, like from Gnarls Barkley to Daft Punk. But it's not, it begs the question, are they good enough musicians to bridge that gap? Can they take, like, a smooth pop song like INXS and, like, roughen it up?
Yeah, and they've got Skid Row and INXS.
Yeah.
Like, that's a huge stylistic gap.
That's a huge gap. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm more impressed by their guts than anything.
Yeah, it's like they're saying, yeah, we're going to do this crazy thing. You're either going to love it or hate it, but you're going to remember it.
Yeah, and you know what? That healthy dose of humor and attitude that they mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
That's key, I think. It reminds me, like, those polka covers of Metallica.
Oh, yeah.
So bad, it was good. So do they lean into that irony? Or are they actually aiming for, like, genuine musical fusion?
Man, now I really want to hear them. So if any of this sounds interesting to you guys, you can find Dirty Doorknockers on all the socials. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. They're even on BandLab. SoundCloud, YouTube, all of it.
Nice.
And you can also reach out to them directly at dirtydoorknockers@gmail.com.
So the big question is, if you could pick any song for Dirty Doorknockers to cover, what would it be? And how would they make it their own?
Yeah, let us know. Happy listening, and maybe we'll see you at a show sometime. Rocking out to Dirty Doorknockers.